All right, so I'm here, usual night walk with my two. I just want to do a quick little motivational talk for people with dogs, clients, anyone else. I've already walked my dogs today. We actually had to do our breaks in town, so I had to walk I did take turns there and back with Sue. Sue's sitting in my Rottweiler, Minnie, my little Yorkie girl. Probably a little under a mile and a half each way. So, like 40 minutes, per dog. I'm certainly active with them all the time. I've got a couple days off Thursday, Friday. I'm going to do stuff with them. But even for me, right, I'm sitting there. It's like 10:30. I'm like, we did our walk earlier. Why? No, we get out and do it. Especially this guy, he can keep going. So a lot of what happens is our brain tells us excuses that makes us not want to do things that are even better for us or those that are relying on us. Our pets. I'm going to, I talk about dogs, but whatever. Dogs, kids, relationships, friends, whatever. And there's a point where, sometimes, I hear that all the time from clients, but it could be as easy as just go out and do it. I used to do these videos 5-6 years ago. Get out with your dog. Get out there with your dog. Just to encourage people to just do the work, teach their dog, or just walk them. It's that simple. Or put a pack on the dog if time is limited, so you get more of a workout. Teach your dog tug, flirt pole, fetch, go on a hike. All these things could, in a lot of cases, address many reasons why a dog has behavior issues. Not to say that it's going to absolve, the need to train a dog, but it certainly isn't going to hurt, especially if you're telling me your large breed, or your herding dog, your cattle dog, your doodle dog is getting 30 minutes of walks a day. These dogs need an hour and a half, 2 hours of walks a day, supplemented with vigorous activity and training and structure in the relationship. It's like raising, it's especially if you have a puppy, and then even with a young dog. My dog's trained, but he has daily needs that are, I say, if you're not putting at least 2 designated hours into your dog's training, training, exercise, and then the care and all that stuff, and then maybe there's time for all of the lovey-dovey stuff that's only just suiting our own emotional needs and has very little to do with what the dog is seeking. They just want structure and encouragement and regard for doing a job well done, and not constantly. They want some time off the clock too, to just go live. That's why crate training, place training, and teaching a dog to coexist without reacting to everything you do is very important. And if it's not happening, I guarantee your dog's got some issues, and they certainly have impulse control problems, and they don't listen to you in real life situations consistently. So you got to get out there with your dog. You got to do the training. You have to kind of put in the work. And I only use me as an example because I'm human, and I'm not doing this just to show off. But I do feel a sense of obligation. I have clients all day long. I tell, dog owners what to do and tell them they're not doing good enough and encourage them. If you're a client of mine, you know my style. But it's out of love. I want to help you, but you got to get the job done. You got to do the work. I'm going to turn around as I'm talking, and there's these condos over here. Let me stay over by the park. See, I'm a nice, considerate man. I'm not doing this to virtue signal. This is how my brain operates, and I see so many inconsiderate assholes. It bothers me. Anyway, stay on track, Brett. And I'm going to do even here just a little on-the-fly obedience, just to show, not guaranteed my dog's going to listen, but I'm pretty sure. I just got to get to where it's safer behind the fence on the path here. But yeah, that's, I do these videos, I talk about it, I demonstrate my life, my dog every day. So it's like, no, I didn't just do this once, I do this every day. It's like it's probably past 11 o'clock now, and we're out. It's about my dogs being happy. It's about me having a plan for them. Tomorrow's a little busier day, so I want to make sure I get this long night walk, a long walk tomorrow, some structured exercise and play with, especially him. We're going to do some fetch and tug with her tomorrow too, and then they can settle for 4 or 5 hours when I'm out working. I feel better about it too. But that's how I show my dogs I love them. It's putting in the time and the work, not, I live with them. I care for them. They're safe in my presence. They don't have to worry about everything I do. And I don't harm them physically. If anything, I spend too much money on them, giving them good food and care. And this guy cost me $10,000 in a month of my time last December. We're still recovering from that. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who helped me with that GoFundMe. It definitely covered a lot of the costs. But yeah, I love my dogs, but it's definitely, I'm going to express it through the effort made, not through just telling them or loving. Loving is me just caring for them and telling them they do a job well done when they seek to please me in the way that I've shown them specifically how, based on structure and commands having value at specific times in shared life situations. I don't know, this stuff kind of comes out. I don't think about what I'm saying. It just kind of stream of consciousness is. That's why I think I do good with the podcast. I'm going to work more on getting that done. I'm just trying to get you hear me on the ground now. I'm walking on dirt. I just want to do it. Just in case Sue doesn't listen perfectly. So this road's kind of cut off now because of the fire, so there's very little traffic. But I also want to get in the light so you can see my guy here. Also, there's someone who, people watch my videos and they comment. And they'll like, well, that's a good job, young grasshopper. Next time you can do it with your back to him or whatever. It's like, did you not watch the video from like 3 days prior? That's the thing. It's like, if you watched everything, you wouldn't say these things. I don't expect you to put in the next 1,000 hours of your life to learn about me before you comment, but maybe just ask the question in private. Say, hey, I see your video. I'm just curious. Do this, that. If you're really genuinely, or you're just virtue signaling, you're trying to one-up me, because you'll never have video evidence of this shit, ever. That's why I made the video of Sue the other day on the trail doing, I'd say it was probably 300 feet, like 100-yard distance training. I'll do a version of it here too, not too far though, it's late and coyotes and shit, but just, acumen and obedience, that I walk the talk, and I'm gonna tell clients that what I do, and they're paying me good money to make this, like, I hope you know what you're talking about. Well, here, look at my videos of my dog. I did this. Like, it's like, oh, you want to hire a carpenter? Come look at the house I built, right? I can build it for you too. The difference is, I wish it was like a carpenter. My life would be easy. You have to build your own house. I just have to walk you through it. That's the difference with dogs. Parenting, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of personal, but then there is a conditioning, building type of thing. Okay, we got some lights. So let's see what we got. Let's be official. Ship. Kind of being silly, but down. He does listen better when I command myself. All the way, buddy. All right, gonna bring Minnie. So, to the person who said that my dog, now have your back to him. I've done this. I have videos of me hiding. Longer time. Again, there's coyotes. I don't want to leave him too far on his own. So I'll just do from here. But as I always talk about, a command should mean a command without having to say all these words like stay, watch. I build it. If he gets up, I bring him back to the spot. I build a foundation of commands and build focus, the 3 Ds, duration, distance, distractions. I'd like to know who came up with that, because I've been saying that term for years. But again, if I don't trademark whatever I can't really say anything. But if he's in his down, that means stay, right? Even the context, I've done videos of this a couple weeks ago where, like, if his hips are too squared off, he might be more likely to get up. If he pivots when I go, around him and things like that, he might, do like that. Like, he can adjust and look over his shoulder, but he's got to hold the direction. Why? Because if there's a little adjustment when I'm this close, again, it's not hearsay. It's I've gone through these tens of thousands of times, these kind of drills with different dogs. They're more likely to get up. I wish I just had the brain that could do studies of this, or like I always talk about, someone could just follow me for a year and just document everything, and we'd see what's going on here more than I'm just telling you, and enough people have given testimonials, thankfully, to keep me going in business. But I gotta watch for these coyotes. They're always around here. Good boy. But here, if he's up, see, he knows, he can anticipate, but he's got to learn until I say something else, another command, or a release word, he should stay there or chain into the next command. So if I say to heel, he should come to my side, sit. There you go. I shouldn't even tell him to sit, but we'll do bonus. Good boy. Right, so there's that. And then if I want to continue with a heel, he should walk. Should be happy. His tail should be wagging. Dog should be enthusiastic. Not submitting them and forcing them to listen, or because they're wearing a training collar, it's mean and bad. Right, so here he's in the heel mode. He's continuing the position. He's at my side. If I tell him to sit, he should sit again. Down, he should chain into the down. Up. And even there, I see his hips are squared off, so I don't go too far, because I know he's more likely to get up. These are all just things that I teach, and if you just do this in practice, you're going to build it. It works so many times. Come. Now come means to come in front of me and sit. Right, there you go. Good boy, I love you, he's a buddy boy. Look at the face, he's a boo-boo. right? And then if I say, okay, that means he's off completely. I don't want him to go anywhere because of the coyotes, but yeah, Sue, come. And if I say come, it should activate it again, even if he's off. It's just turning commands on and off or linking them together. It's that simple. Everyone complicates it. Watch, leave it, wait, blah, 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 blah. No need for it. Just one command, one act in an implied way. There's other trainers that do this. I'm not saying this is my way. It's just learning theory. It's how brain, and then again, okay, so people say, oh, positive reinforcement. Okay, so in all these 4 quadrants, I understand all this. And here's the thing. Unlike 98% of the trainers, literally, I actually have a degree in psychology. I have taken enough learning theory and comparative psychology courses to understand the $2. I just don't flaunt it, and I don't like try to one-up people by like these words and shit. I just explain it in the most regular way that would be able to teach a dog owner who doesn't really give a shit. They just want their dog to behave well and listen. And I do let them understand, because if they don't, there's some kind of vibe the dog picks up on. It's not like coming through well to their dog when training. It's like conditioning. That's why boarding and training only goes so far, because there's like an energy that comes with that and a consistency that, boy, it takes a lot of years to understand how precise and consistent and the timing and all that and handling skills. And but I have to teach that. I really have to work with clients for a few months and make them pretty damn skilled at it. But yeah, so people put in the work, put in the time, as I was saying earlier. And I think we're going to turn the sucker into a podcast, because anytime I go over 10 minutes, ding, ding, we're going to segue. I just wish I could. I got to just sit down. I just don't have the patience to just sit down in front of a computer for a day and figure out how to do Spotify, iTunes. I can upload on all the other platforms, but I got to get it on real, and then I got to start monetizing. I got to get sponsors, and man, I know I could have a good podcast. And I think I've mentioned, I have the idea of like a Hollywood celebrities and their dogs. I was just going to say the name, but I don't want to say it yet, that I have for it. Where I have enough celebrities I have access to, and then if I can develop, but I need a studio, so I probably have to get some kind of funding, an investor who might want to, help me get this thing off the ground. So I got to create like a plan. This is where I just have to have my brain kind of, all the things that are in it downloaded to someone who can organize it and help me get it out there. And then I can do all the talking and, again, the presenting. And I have some celebrities that I've been, not about this thing, but other ideas. But I think it'd be so cool if even once a month I had I can get 12 celebrities or people that are in that world, or people that are unique in life that have dogs. Or just even like a podcast, just dogs and owners, right? Like I'll just interview clients. I think it'd be cool. Just not like, all the other podcasts about dog trainers. It's like the cronies get together or interview other trainers, but just like, again, celebrities and their dogs, or just because it's interesting and it would probably get a lot of people listening and watching it. But also, again, just like just people, like what is it like to have a dog with separation anxiety as a regular owner, right? What is it like going through a training process from someone, because this isn't about impressing my peers. I don't play those reindeer games with them. It's really just I say what's going to help dog owners, even though a lot of people get upset when they hear this because they think it's too honest or blunt, direct, rude, calling out for I don't coddle BS when it comes to what dogs need. I see too many issues, too many issues, and I'm just seeing the ones that people are willing to pay for to put the dog in front of me, and then the things I see online, and once in a while I'll deal with, rescues and shelters and stuff, which I want to do more of, but unfortunately I have to make a living. So that's also why I want to try to create more platforms and ways I can kind of just get my voice, even if it's just getting more of what I do out there to more people who can teach it. So I can I'm telling you, it works, and it's not bad for the dogs. No dog's going to be harmed, traumatized. And we do use rewards, we use corrections, we use the tools, but in a very non-simplistic way. I think that's the problem, is even trainers that use the right tools, I see it, even the best ones, they're so fucking basic and simplistic. They don't understand sensory processing. They don't understand the transitional, relational elements of this. And I think if you listen to everything, you can listen to one episode, it might be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? If you listen to everything, I think it's going to make a lot of sense. Oh, my dog's pooping. So I think that's the cue. So again, this is going to be a podcast. I think it's episode 124 now. And if you do listen to this, mostly YouTube, I guess at this point would be most appropriate. But anywhere else. And you can go on Spotify and see my episodes up to, I think, episode 107 or 9 or 10 or something. That's on there. But I like to continue and upload the ones that I've done between then and now on there as well, so I can just get it more out there on those platforms that can get sponsors and more eyes on this. I think I have a lot of good info, and if we can get this organized, I can do more of these. I have plenty of them, but just go back to how I used to do like specific I'm looking for poop as I talk to you. Oh, it's gross. Okay, so Susan got a little bit of a tummy issue as we end the podcast here, but thank you again for anyone listening, watching. And the Dog Savant, if you're interested in dog training in the greater Los Angeles area or all over the world, I do Zoom training, FaceTime, phone consultations as well. Dog Training LA, the letters L, letter A, dogtrainingla.com. Thank you. Have a great day.